is up with ya, baby? Hey man, peace and love to everybody, man. Hope you're happy Sunday. It's your boy LaCaven back out with another reaction. So we got Jim Cornette reviews CM Punk's promo on WWE Raw. Now I watched Netflix and CM Punk got the best promo. Like a Pop On 2.0. He's been telling like it is because the WrestleMania season and going at Roman Reigns and going at Pat McAfee and the TKO, the ticket pricing and stuff. Oh man, he did a great job. He did a great job doing promos. So we're gonna listen to what Jim Cornette had to say about it. And I appreciate y'all for 29 subscribers. Subscribe to my page, man. I want to thank y'all so much. If you're new, comment, and subscribe if you're new. So without further ado, y'all, I'm putting full screen. So hopefully you don't mess up the camera angle and everything. Let's jump right into it.
A lot of people's eyebrows were raised this past week on WWE Monday Night Raw, specifically the opening segment, but there was a lot of notable things to talk about here on this episode, but let's talk about WWE Raw.
Well, they were in Houston, and I don't know, Houston, do we have a problem? I don't know. I mean, there was some, they had some problems on this show, but there's also, again, some things that lit up the various interwebs with the, especially with the guy who started the program, our friend CM Punk. As I said, they were in Houston, Texas, 11,769 people. And they show the guys walking in, and then there's Punk walking in, and the announcer saying, he'll be here later on, and he just walks right through Gorilla and comes straight out. And the people, he gets the fucking pop, right? That's a surprise.
Here's one thing, like Mussolini! This is like Punk's favorite theme song. Cult of Personality. Look it up. It was a really good song.
That he sits cross-legged in the ring, and they chant CM Punk, and they chant OTC. And he's reminiscent of the pipe bomb where he sat cross-legged on the stage. But then he'd get up and move around. And I kind of, normally I hate it when people just wander around while they're talking, but this kind of worked because he looked like he was just venting at people. But he started out mentioning everything that would have made Vince McMahon's head explode, right? Houston is a pro wrestling town. It's Paul Bosch territory. And Paul Bosch's name got a pop.
Wasn't it nice? Wasn't it in 2026? I was looking for that when he said the name, and he got the pop. It's good to see.
Well, I think there have been so many local TV specials and retrospectives that I think the general population, if they're at a wrestling show, they're familiar. Now, I don't know about the average 16-year-old at the mall, but I think for this crowd, it was more than a lot of old-time promoters would have got in different places. Anyway, what would the old-timers do? What would Harley Race do? Harley would take Vince down in the bathroom. No. He cut to promo on Roman not being there. Sure, he could use his cousins and show up, but I show up cousinless and do it myself. And, I mean, he just had line after line. Being hated by losers is the price that I pay for not being one of them.
That's power right there.
Woo. And Roman can't show up. I showed up and I'm an old man. I'm old, but I'm not weak. And he cuts a promo on why he hates Roman. He's plastic and he's fake, and my tools are self-made. Yours are store-bought and plastic, and TKO sent your beltless ass to Jimmy Fallon because you're safe and boring and manufactured, and they never know what I'll say or what I'll do. And hey, you show up late, you leave early. At least The Rock is or was a Hollywood star.
That guy.
Your bloated cousin. That guy. He called him your bloated cousin.
Damn.
He said, my bloated cousin isn't on the board of directors. My father didn't give me a favor job because I sucked at football. And you're nothing but a buck-toothed Nepo baby that ate dog food for a weird old man.
Ooh, and that right there, a Nepo baby with a dog food segment with the weird old man with Vince. They call Vince McMahon segment. Yeah, Vince created that type of that storyline with you got Baron Corbin, tie Roman Reigns in a post with a hand with the handcuffs, and you pour dolphin on them. That shit don't make no sense at all. It literally made no sense. But now everybody said people want Vince. No, I'm sorry, but no. Do you see the way what Vince said did with Trish Stratus back then on SmackDown days? He made her bark like a dog. Call her a B word. And then the incident where Seth Rollins had the match with Bray Wyatt, known as The Fiend, at the Hell in a Cell match. And he's still kicking out every single time he started using moves like the curb stomp and the throwing the chairs on the furnitures and all kinds of stuff. He kicked out. It was it don't make no sense, man. And now y'all want Vince back. Okay.
They popped on that. That weird old man that treated me like a dog and expected me to smile, but I had FU money and I took my dignity and left. And he got them chanting CM Punk, CM Punk. And he's like, I can stand on the bridge and blow it up, but bitch, I know how to swim. Which, when you think about it, actually the explosion probably would kill him before he hit the water, wouldn't it?
Unless he had some sort of propulsion pack that would shoot him into the air moments before the explosion so that all he has to do is prepare for landing.
Or possibly some type of Iron Man-like bomb-proof armor apparatus.
Now you're being silly.
Oh, well, yours was entirely reasonable.
Perfectly reasonable. Think about it.
All right. Anyway, then, now he's wandering all around the ring, or all out on the floor. And he had Pat McAfee, you buggy whip arm, no brain hillbilly.
Well, did you hear what he didn't call him Pat McAfee? Everyone was messaging us about this. Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee. I didn't even catch that. I swear to God I didn't.
Damn.
Is McAfee one of them?
I don't know. But a lot of listeners sent that over, so a lot of people seem to think that's what he said.
Pat, ooh, maybe we're being treated to something we haven't known about Pat. Well, he wrote a check that his narrow ass can't cash. So he told McAfee to call up that agent that shoehorned you into this show and tell him to lower the ticket prices.
The greatest babyface line ever.
The statement right there, that made people popped because of that situation with WrestleMania tickets. It went high as it's inflation. The ticket price is high. It don't make no sense, but it costs thousands of dollars per person to get WrestleMania tickets. So he had to make CM Punk had to make Pat McAfee tell them to corporate TKO to lower the ticket prices. That's what made people pop about that. Yeah, I love about that. Hold on, I'll get there. There you go.
I know that people cheered and popped, and I want all the families to come and watch me stand on Roman Reigns' throne. They're like, yeah, lower the prices. I'm CM Punk and I approve this message. But he blistered everybody and got it done under 15 minutes. But again, he didn't say, I would have believed that he would have said fuck and take his company and shove it up your ass. Anything. But he didn't say lower the ticket prices unless they told him he could. But still, it's brilliant. Because that's been the big topic of conversation. If they're wanting to... See, I can tell now that Nick Khan and who knows, Ari Emanuel and whoever other bigwigs are that have been around the business for a little while but haven't actually been in the business till they started this whole fiasco a couple years ago. They want to take advantage of what people are saying on the internet. They want to shoot and all these things they've heard about. If you get somebody can talk like Punk, you can pull it off. I'm not convinced Pat McAfee is going to be able. He's, as you said the other day, very energetic and high energy and rah-rah on commentary, but I don't think some of these other people that they're wanting to do these shoot things with can carry off shoots. Do you?
No, because Punk knows how to blur it. You don't know where the truth ends, and you don't know where the work begins. You know there have to be elements of what he's saying that are true. You just don't know where the line is. And at one point he threw a great little curve in there. It seemed like to me it would have been directed at, hypothetically, the people in Gorilla or in the back, where don't ask for a pipe bomb if you're not prepared for what will happen.
Oh, yeah.
Or, something along those lines where it's
don't ask me for a pipe bomb if you don't want the fucking...
Because if you made a list of...
Now, I won't say this, I know it's not really like a pipe bomb, but to me it's a pipe bomb 2.0. That the way you see him upon deliver it, talking about Roman Reigns, how he was a nipple baby with the dog food, with the old man, and refers to Pat McAfee about lower the ticket pricing with WrestleMania and stuff, so people can watch, people can enjoy it and see it. That's what people cheer for. That's what people are about. They're CM Punk, he's a pipe bomb. Because remember, he did a pipe bomb back in 2012. We know with John Cena at the time. He talking about Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, and Vince at the time. They had to mute the mic, kind of stuff what he said. But that's a 2.0 version of pipe bomb CM Punk right there.
The things you would think TKO don't want brought up. The Rock not being a movie superstar is one. Him being bloated is just a minor thing, but him not being a movie star is a big deal. He said that. Vince McMahon, who again he's been brought up now on multiple shows. Last week it was bizarrely, and I saw something where Lance Storm, who I'll agree with on this, called them out for this. It was kind of disgusting to present Vince in positive terms like that.
Yeah, it's like you haven't achieved the high level of your father type of comment was,
Punk called him a weird old man.
That works.
Yes.
And he brought up every single deficiency there could ever be in Roman Reigns. He's never there. If he's supposed to be in Hollywood doing stuff, how come we never see the projects, and how come everyone else's projects are always coming out? It's like Power Town. Roman Reigns is like he's like the Power Town of wrestling stars. No, but he brought up everything. I mean, it was, I think, the best promo Punk has done at a minimum since he returned. And not even returned to WWE, since he returned to wrestling. I may have enjoyed it more than the original pipe bomb. But I could see why that would still be the one a lot of people look to. But I thought this was phenomenal. And it went on a while, and it kind of had to, because otherwise he's gone. I mean, that was it for him on this show, and obviously Roman Reigns isn't there.
But it didn't seem like it. Because it was under 15 minutes and it flew.
It could have gone 30 minutes, and I would have loved it. But
facts.
Once he said, call your agent, who's Ari Emanuel, the guy who runs the entire company. Call your agent and ask him to lower the ticket price. If you notice the fans behind him, they didn't go, yeah! They started clapping, like, all right. Like, they got it. And that's one of the greatest babyface things ever, and it's also a major sign that TKO recognized they got to lower ticket prices.
Thank you.
Ticket sale issues at WrestleMania.
Thank you.
And whatever else.
Jesus.
That they're letting this be brought up on TV. They're going to try to turn themselves babyface before other people could turn them heel.
But
I want to say this, bro. If they want to lower ticket prices of every other arena. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, I understand back on WWF days, like, you got paid ticket price like 25, 35 some dollars for WWF, you know, pay-per-views and stuff. Like, okay, alright, you got that, but you paid this year of the ticket prices of the, I would say more than $500 to thousands of dollars per ticket per person. What? Like, that's like the whole paycheck coming from you. But all that, so you got one ticket paid. It costs like probably $10,000, $15,000 or something for that per ticket. That, which is crazy. This shit is ridiculous.
My God, can you imagine if they had a stipulation added at WrestleMania that fucking if Punk wins, they have to lower the ticket prices for the rest of the summer or whatever the fuck?
Oh,
that would be goddamn, yeah.
That'd be the biggest thing ever. That would be amazing. And if he lost, it would be even more. It would be like when Lawler and Austin Idol, what was it? Lawler was going to refund everyone's money.
The money back guarantee. See, and that's what drew me that big house in Knoxville with me and Bob Armstrong, 3,000 people, because they said if he didn't put me in a hospital, that he would refund the money if everybody came to see the match. And Idol had said he would refund the money. Mine was a heel promising something, and they didn't want the money. But Idol was mine was the babyface promising something to do something to the heel, and they didn't really want the money back. But Idol's in Memphis against Lawler was the heel promising he'd give the money back if he didn't shave Lawler's head. And he ended up shaving Lawler's head, but the people thought they were going to get the money back because that had never happened before. So it's two different ways to go about it. But the point is that's another goddamn great territory stipulation that was only used a couple of times, but it drew in each case, and you can't do it anymore because of pay-per-view and or them publicizing. If it's Madison Square Garden, it's a fucking $2 million gate. Nobody would believe it. But we had, and I think Randy Hales, who was booking at the time, did too, had him actually show the fucking cash and shit on TV. And everybody believed Bob anyway. But Idol had a suitcase with 25 grand or 30 grand or whatever the sellout would be at the Coliseum in those days, and they showed it. Said, if I don't do this, you get your money back. So people are like, well, fuck.
He's certainly not going to shave Jerry Lawler's head. That could not happen. And then when it happened, they start climbing the cage.
Yeah, because they didn't get their money back. And the way we did it, Bob, he even said the way I had him worded, he said, I will send Jim Cornette to the same hospital in the same ambulance that he sent me to back in May, right? When we started the deal. And that's what we did. He fucking gave me 2 pile drivers. I was already bleeding. He fucking laid me out in the middle of the ring. We called the ambulance. They taped me to the board. I've told the story before, but took me out. Nobody wanted their money back. That's what they wanted to say. They were cheering the whole fucking time, and they waited until the fucking ambulance pulled out before they left, and then followed me to the hospital. But nobody was mad about not getting their money back because it was worth the $10 to see me crippled.
Mm.
And that's why he wore a neck brace, folks. But a hell of a promo here. And again,
yes,
where it goes from here is going to be interesting. I guess there's one more Raw before Mania. You would think Roman would have to show up at least for that one. He's going to get his...
Now, I will say on the next Raw, probably tomorrow night, which is on Netflix. I don't know if Roman Reigns going to be coming and we're going to be coming back with the real stuff with Punk been saying about him. I don't know. We're going to see. Because I think Roman Reigns like, you know what? I got something for him. And Lord, please don't mention Punk's his dog. please, Roman Reigns, if you're listening, please don't mention Punk's dog. Please. CM Punk's dog just passed away, rest in peace to his dog, man. Oh, Lord, please don't.
His comeback promo. But we shall see.
Where is that Raw? Where is Raw located next week?
I don't know. I will have to double check that.
Is that one where Brock is? Is Brock going to be there? They advertised a bunch of Raws for him, or are they in like Dubuque somewhere and nobody gives a shit?
When was the last time Brock wasn't there?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They advertised. Remember about 6 weeks ago, they advertised 6 dates for Brock, and I think all of them were for Raw.
Next week's Raw is in Sacramento, California.
I don't know. You think that's an A town where Brock and Roman are going to show up, or will they slum it because it's the Raw before WrestleMania?
A lot of questions here. What did you think of the promo in terms of where you would rank it in terms of recent promos you've seen?
Oh no, I loved it. It was great because the thing is, it flows from him. He didn't memorize that. I don't know if he memorized it or not, but you don't sense that he memorized this, that he's reciting it. It's not, to me, it's not acting either, because acting to me connotates that you're playing someone else, another role, another personality. Punk is incredible at being Punk and being real and sounding like that this shit's just rolling off top of his head. And it's biting and it's, witty and et cetera, but also it sells the goddamn issue. And like you said earlier, it blurs the lines where you have a hard time saying bullshit about anything he says because so much of it is shit that people actually, well, that ain't really bullshit. So, no, that's phenomenal, and that's what I'm saying. You can get away with doing a shoot kind of work shoot inside, outside, all around the house, whatever fuck kind of thing, with a guy that can do that. But you can't just willy-nilly think we're going to bring everybody in on all this and let everybody do it because they're going to shit to bed at it because they ain't Punk. Or at that level. There's a few that can pull it off, but not a ton.
I have a couple more questions about all this, but before we go any further, I want to say that the idea of lowering ticket prices is such a great babyface move.
Thanks.
Just like the idea of offering great meals for 50% off with free daily greens.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right there about this sponsor and stuff. They got the bag and everything, but yeah, that was Jim Cornette reviews CM Punk's promo on WWE Raw. It was good, and I couldn't imagine what Roman Reigns going to say about it. I don't know. It's going to be here on probably tomorrow night. But they're going to be in Sacramento, California, doing WWE Raw and stuff, which is WrestleMania and stuff. Now, I will say this: I'm sad that I don't have to go watch WrestleMania because it's on ESPN app, but it's $39.99 a month, and I don't have that kind of stuff because I got kind of bills and stuff I had to pay up. Like, I wish if they would continue to put that WrestleMania on Peacock instead of put on ESPN app, then I would watch it all day. I would watch it all the time, but. It is how it is, but TKO and they switch it up from Peacock to ESPN app, all kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I kind of like the artwork with CM Punk doing the Iron Man, the suit and everything, and yeah. But that's it, y'all. I appreciate for the love and support for my channel, man, and if you got any questions or you got any stuff, let me know in the comments. If you want to see more improvement of myself, and I will see you on the next reaction. It's your boy LaCaven. I'll see you on my next reaction. Make sure you please run the likes up, like and subscribe to my channel, please. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Deuces.